On your mark, get set, pull gotcha. If you spent any time on the internet recently, then you know all about the hottest gotcha game of the moment, Umamusume Pretty Derby. It's taken over the internet. 2025 is the year of the horse girls. The more I see about this game, the more I think about downloading it. The hype is seriously infectious. Umamusume is set in a universe where horse racing is popular and the racers on the field are horse girls chasing their dreams one hoof step at a time. With a roster of 55 main racers plus 6 characters titled Academy affiliates, there are plenty of racers to add to your roster. The animation for character pulls is very cute, having them run out of the racing gates, showing off the star rating for each as they sprint down the track. Once you pick the racer who impresses you the most in tryouts, it's time to step into your role of trainer. That's right, you're in charge of making sure your horse girl has the stats to make it across the finish line. Each girl can have a career, and realistically, you can play a career route for each, so don't be discouraged if one horse girl can't cross the finish line yet. You can always start a new career with a new horse girl. All of the horses in Umamusume are based off real-life racehorses, with the permission of their jockeys. I think it's cute the riders get to add their input and, in a way, honor their horses for years to come. Some of the stories in the anime are based off real historical moments in horse racing. I think the most popular moment, at least from what I've seen, is when Goldship jumped on the racing gate to mess with a fellow competitor and then lost a huge race because it seemed like a silly horse thing to do. They remake this scene in the anime, and it's very silly. This is something the writers do very well, which is let the horse's personality shine. I appreciate the care that goes into making each horse girl unique, even with the huge roster. Having their own stories makes them feel less like the typical cookie cutter anime gotcha girls. Another real racehorse that has been profiting from the popularity of her anime girl counterpart is Haru Urara. She's never won a race, but won't let it get her down and tries her best every time she's on the track. This can-do spirit has turned the internet into her cheerleaders, with trainers lining up to raise her stats and make her a champion. The real-life horse, Haruura's losing streak was so famous that people would bet on Haru knowing she would lose and use the track ticket as a good luck charm in their cars to prevent collisions on the road. This became popular because the Japanese word ataranai can mean to lose a bet and to avoid being struck. Kochi Prefecture stamped ataranai onto Haru bet tickets, turning them into real-life good luck charms. Haru Urara is now living comfortably in retirement and has all the grass she could ever want thanks to internet fans. The Namabokuso Bank is accepting donations of $40 USD that goes specifically towards 5 kilograms of ryegrass per donation. Haruura received 2,520 kilograms of ryegrass through donations that she now happily chomps on and even shares with her friends on the farm. Umamusume Pretty Derby is horse racing with extra flair, like random special moves the horse girls can decide on their own to use for a power boost mid-race, keeping the track very lively. I was surprised and interested when I learned these girls are racers by day but idols by night. That's gotta be one hectic schedule to keep. The antics don't stop at Umamusume Pretty Derby either. These horse girls have a manga, anime series, movies, a stage play, and they even have an exhibit in the International Museum of the Horse in Kentucky. Imagine knowing nothing about Umamusume and seeing anime cutouts in a horse museum that's a Smithsonian affiliate. There is a lot to unpack, and I think I'm ready to head to the track and find out more. Maybe even catch an After Idol show. If I had to pick a favorite horse from my limited knowledge, I'd pick Haru Urara specifically for her can-do attitude. She would keep my spirits up no matter how many races we lost. I would never feel like a bad coach no matter how bad I am at video games. In the name of the moon, the Sailor Moon Museum might be coming to a town near you. This is not a drill and has been confirmed by the official Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon Museum Twitter. They're going on tour overseas. Currently, there are no specific countries or cities listed, and I, along with many other fans, are anxiously waiting to see where the museum will land. I'm really hoping for somewhere close. The Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon Museum is the largest collection of Sailor Moon memorabilia with over 30 years of history under one roof. Sometimes they even receive new stunning artwork from Sailor Moon's author Naoko Takeuchi. The museum exhibits range from stunning displays of artwork in rooms that are art themselves with waterfall lights that shimmer like stars and wallpaper that makes you feel like you've gone to space to experience the girl's legacy. Beyond the breathtaking art itself, the museum also displays replicas of the weapons wielded by each Sailor Scout and their outfits. I would be speechless if I had the opportunity to stand in the same room as some of those replicas. Growing up, Sailor Moon toys felt magical, and I feel as though I might actually receive some sort of magical girl powers if I stand near the real things. It would be like reliving a piece of my childhood. As a cosplayer, I could stare at the costumes for hours. They look like they were ripped straight from the anime with perfect precision. The craftsmanship is incredible, and I hope Naoko Takeuchi had as much fun watching them come to life. There are tons of their knickknacks, like old Sailor Moon toys you may have had yourself. I know I've seen familiar pieces on display in the photos. They have collab items on display, like the Jimmy Choo designer shoes that had me debating if I would finally wear heels. I wonder if they would bring the combination collab cafe along. I'm thinking probably not if they're moving around frequently. With such a large collection, I thought it would be impossible to move the museum, but surprisingly, it was designed with moving in mind. The Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon Museum is a traveling exhibit and was not made to stay in one place, instead, ready to share its wonder, hope, and joy with the rest of the world. The time has finally come for it to embark on that journey and reach its fans beyond Japan. I've seen photos and walkthrough videos, but nothing could compete with being able to set foot on site and see Sailor Moon history. Until the museum announces its locations, I'm going to get my wish list together for the exhibits and the gift shop. Thank you for listening to the Strawberry Loft podcast. If you'd like to hear more, head to my channel, hit subscribe, and feel free to browse. You can also find me and my thoughts on anime, manga, and more at strawberryloft.blog. Until next time, keep yapping about what you love.